SpeedSoft. Why don't you tell us a
Yeah.
little about SpeedSoft?
Our job at Taylormade isn't just to make the best performing products for the best players in the world. It's that, but it's also making the best product for all golfers out there, regardless of price point. And as much as we'd love for every golfer out there to play TP5 and 5X, we just know that's not the case. So for us, this is the most work we've ever put into a golf ball in what we call the value performance category. And it's not the cheapest golf ball out there, but it's a couple rings up. It's golfers that still want performance, that just they're not going to spend $50 on a dozen golf balls. And this is where SpeedSoft comes in. SpeedSoft is our first sub 50 compression golf ball, easy to compress for all golfers out there, but the max USGA limit for initial velocity as fast as we can make it off the club face legally. So from a performance standpoint, it's truly different than we've had before. Extra large, really special power core that we've used, which is a new material and a new core size for us. But what I think really is going to get most golfers' attention is SpeedSoft is not just going to come in white and yellow like it has in the past, but also in a new ink design. And ink for us is truly unique. We're the leaders in visual technology out there. We now have core competencies in printing and putting visual enhancements on product, golf balls more than anyone else out there. And what's really funny is we've only done it in what we would call the premium tour caliber price points. But when you think about visual tech or even color golf balls and where it started at these core price points, at these lower kind of not entry level, but these value performance price points where golfers were using more colored product than the premium level. And when you see trends, you normally see trends move, from premium down. But this is a case where trends moved up. Colored golf balls were popular in core price points forever, and now we see them in tour products. So being able to bring a visual technology like SpeedSoft Ink into a core price point like SpeedSoft, we couldn't be more excited. So what you have with SpeedSoft Ink is truly a unique pattern all over the golf ball. It's going to be easy to identify for golfers that want to know which product's theirs right away, but then easier to see with these high vis neon inks. It's really incredibly looking, but just a very special product, particularly at this core price point.
And to your point too, if you're playing in your average, Saturday foursome, you're going to know which golf ball is
Oh yeah,
yours right out of the gate if
yeah,
you're using the SpeedSoft Ink. In terms of the design itself, because it is a unique looking golf ball. When you look at it, it is
yeah,
definitely different than what we've seen before. How did you
yeah.
decide on the design that SpeedSoft Ink has?
I'd love to say it was the first one. It just looked great. It was hundreds and hundreds of designs. We had a better part of 10 different designers working on it, pitching concept after concept after concept, narrowing it down from 1,000 designs to 100 designs to 10 designs. And what happens every time you narrow it down, you don't go from 1,000 to 100. You go from 1,000 to 100. You're like, okay, we kind of like these. Then you end up with 300 because you ask everyone to kind of expand on those. Then you go from 300 down to maybe 50, and then you get those 50 and then you expand it back out to a couple hundred. So it's just this process continuing narrowing down until you get to a couple dozen that you want to start making samples of, and then you get to a few and then you continue to expand, expand, expand. I'd say the onus of this one was not sure what you call them in Canada, but we had jawbreakers, which was like a candy
Yeah.
growing up,
Yep.
and you'd work forever to like, which as gross as it sounds now, like licking a jawbreaker for like 2 weeks. I can't even imagine like eating the same food for that long and throwing it in a Ziploc bag. But a little bit of that feeling, like if you cracked a jawbreaker up with a hammer and this kind of splatter look that would be provided, is kind of, I guess, where the initial onus was. But then we expanded on it to just give it a little bit more visibility and kind of just aggressiveness to it. So again, once this comes out, Google it, take a look at it. You'll see it in store. It's one of those things that when you see it, you got to pick it up. Then you really want to try it, and once you try it, it's something you're never going to want to go back.
It's certainly a great looking product. And when you look at, the entire line, you got Pick, Stripe, Ink, My Symbol, and the TP5, 5X. Do I have this correct that in 2024, more balls will be produced with visual tech than without?
Yeah, from TaylorMade Golf. I mean, we're one of the largest, actually, if not the largest golf ball supplier in Canada. One of the top brands in the world for manufacturing golf balls. We make tens of millions of golf balls a year, and we'll produce more golf balls with a visual technology on it than we will standard white product. This is the first time in our company's history this happened, and I feel pretty safe to say any company out there. And we don't do this just because we can, but it's what the market's looking for. So being able, if we can create products that aren't just better performing, but also can use visual to enhance that performance and then create emotion in the category as well. I mean, again, we're going to change the way the golf ball landscape looks, and the things we're doing with product performance and visual tech is going to be at the forefront of that.
It's such a cool golf ball story in 2024 all around from TaylorMade. Mike, thanks for your time today.
Scully, thank you so much. Have a great one.